Well, g'day everyone. I'm up here in central Queensland on another dog trapping operation, and yeah, hopefully we'll be heading home in a few days. There's rain coming in, and yeah, we've done okay so far. I got a chance last night to look at some of our comments on our channel and got some emails and messages, and it was good to see all the different opinions that are coming in there, especially after our McGee's Mad Monday post that we've been putting on the last couple of weeks. Now, firstly, to the people who have shown support, thank you very much. It's really appreciated. I can see that you're looking at the issue and all the issues that face us, and you're being constructive and trying to work ways to improve the situation. What I'm talking about, especially for people from overseas, is we're here in Queensland, Australia. We have vastly different laws to even other states of this country, and definitely to other countries overseas. Now, what I'm talking about and what I've tried to address this last couple of weeks is we do not have any legislation that covers hunting in this state. We don't have any Game and Feral Animal Control Act like New South Wales. We don't have a game departments like Victoria or Tasmania. We do not have licensing. We actually don't have any of our animals that we like to hunt classed as game. They're all classed as pest animals under the Biosecurity Act 2014. Now, I didn't make that up. This is what's happened. You can check yourself. You can have a look at the Biosecurity Act. It's about 400 or 500 pages and some pretty heavy reading in there, but it classes everything, especially our wild deer, as pests. And they talk about control and whatever, and that's their language for eventual eradication. What they aim at is dropping the numbers down, 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 and if possible, remove. Okay, if not possible, control them, okay, to the lowest possible number they can. There's no talk of sustainable management, there's no talk of quality deer management, anything like that, okay? But it's even worse than that. We don't have any legislation that enshrines our right to go out there and hunt, to gather food for the family. Oh, these dogs are chasing an emu, look at them. Next thing they'll be chasing a piggy out here. Right, so what's happened lately? We've got people there that are giving some really great comments on the situation, and others that are really having a go at me. They're saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. Even people saying I'm trying to con people. All right, and this, I do take it personally, but I did expect it, because Aussies have the reputation for shooting the messenger. Okay, somebody will come running in and say, look out guys, this is coming at you. Boom, Aussies will shoot the messenger first. We've got a bad reputation for that, and this is what's happening. I'm trying to say to people, we do not have legislation that covers us, okay? It's not enshrined. We've got to work in grey areas. Okay, now one of the first things that we look at is that all our hunting in Queensland that we have been doing is on the private freehold country, freehold and leasehold, pastoral leases and special leases and all the different leases that landowners have. That's the only place we can hunt with landowners' permission. Now, every landowner in this country is now under the Biosecurity Act, which gives them, puts on top of them and every person a biosecurity obligation where they must do things, they must control animals. And our animals we like to hunt are classed as pest animals, right? Whether we like it or not. So if we come onto a landowner's place and say that we are volunteer pest controllers assisting that landowner to control these feral pests listed under the Biosecurity Act, then according to WorkSafe Queensland, which is our occupational health and safety sort of department, we are a volunteer worker for that landowner and then are under that landowner's OH&S. Now, haven't people had a shot at me about this? But it's true. This is the situation we're in. If we say, no, we're not a pest controller, we're a hunter, and I'm right behind you, I am for recreational hunters. I hope recreational hunting lasts forever. Right? This is my whole purpose in life, to make sure we can continue to hunt, respect the animals, harvest personal use venison, go chasing trophies if we want. We can hunt. Right, so if you go into a landowner's place as a hunter and say, no, I'm not pest controlling, I'm hunting, you're not under any act bar possibly, and only possibly, the Weapons Act, right? We're shooting animals that are classed as pests, and we are taking, say, venison and that from deer that are classed as pests. So it's a real grey area. But the landowners, if they look at their public liability insurance, they're not covered for recreational hunting. So insurance-wise, hunters can get insurance. Okay? They can get insurance for what the hunter might do to that landowner, cause them trouble, burn them out, shoot their bulls, shoot their horses, like what happened recently. They're covered for the damage they might do. What I'm talking about is the landowner. If the landowner is seen as being negligent because those people come onto their property, hurt themselves, and then decide to sue the landowner, if they're a hunter, the landowner's not covered. If they say they're pest controlling, they're under the landowner's occupational health and safety. And if they have not ticked all the boxes with that, then they can be seen as not fulfilling their duty of care. Right? Now this can be argued, and I can have one legal opinion from here, I get another legal opinion from there. There's all these different opinions, right? So I've seen some of the comments where people, oh, Clark's being spiteful, he's trying to wreck the hunting for everybody else. No way. You've got that absolutely 100% totally wrong. But what I'm saying is, if you have not contacted your landowner and asked them to check their public liability to see whether they're covered for hunting, if you've heard this and you don't do that, well then you're setting your landowner up for a fall. That's on your own head. What I'm saying is, I won't do that to my landowners. Okay, and most other people agree with me. They say, no, we'd rather give up hunting for a short period of time until we get this squared away, rather than put our landowners in jeopardy, right? And sure, there'll be people that can go out there and they say, righto, we're pest controlling, and that's all good. But you make sure then that you follow correct procedures on that property for pest controlling, right? So if you're going to be a pest controller, you get an ABN, get your pest control insurance and do it properly, right? So that the landowner's not left out on a limb. Because without our landowners here in Queensland, there is nothing. If they say no, there is nothing. And what will happen then, they have to still control those animals. The best option is poison baits or put a chopper in the air and kill them all. Is that what you want to see? Right? It's not what I want to see. I want to see recreational hunters as part of this whole system. But to do that, we've got to make this work. We've got to find a way through it. So instead of having shots at us, why don't you hop on board with the small group that's been really in there, trying their hardest to get some good result, and that is the Ridge Group, www.theridgegroup.net. Okay, have a look at this website. Why don't you join up, put your money where your mouth is, righto? Join the group that's trying to keep hunting alive in this state, and not just in this state, in this country and right around the whole world. It's easy to be critical, right? But most of these people that I see on there that are being really critical, they're the ones that want to work in the grey area. They're quite happy to work in the shadows, off the books, right? That's not the way I was brought up. You face your problems and look them straight in the eye. And if that gets me hated by some of you people, well, too bloody bad.